Welcome guys, we are ready to show you a tourist village. So what the hell is a tourist village in China except a village full of tourists? Well, there is quite some interesting things to discover. Actually, we filmed it for 3 days.
As you can see, we are in a village near our house, but it's a tourist village. So he will explain what is tourist village later, but now I want to introduce the history of this village. The village name is Lujia village, which means family Lu village. The family name is Lu. And they have a long history of making tofu. Because the water here is special and it have a lot of mountains, so the water is good, the plant is good, and make the most yummy tofu in the world.
Very delicious, yes. Hum. And it's hot. It's perfect in winter when it's cold. Want to say something? What's the name of the bridge?
It's the bridge of wind and rain.
Wind and rain, okay.
Hey.
So hopefully it's going to resist the rain and the wind. Okay, I'm going to explain now what is a touristic village. So, a touristic village in China is a village where basically you have many tourist activity. Tourist activity doesn't mean that there is Chinese people living here. It means you have hotel, restaurants, of course, everywhere in China when there is tourists. And you will have many cars, scooters. It's in general very crowded, and there is
tourist booby trap.
many tourist booby traps.
And all of the little shop selling scarf whatsoever that you see in our background is all what we have just mentioned, tourist booby trap. Because no matter which village you go to, which part of China, they sell the same souvenir everywhere. It's all produced in some city in China, I forgot the name, but it's all from that places. I'm sorry.
And what is funny is that, well, the ambient is nice. It's worth visiting, but the interest, historical interest, is disappearing because it's not a very ancient history if you consider with the history of China. That's it's a history of many thousand years.
Here, just a few hundred years.
China has a history that's one of the most ancient in the planet. So it's you cannot compare the foundation of this village, touristic village, that is from some centuries.
Still,
with the ancient history of China.
I think it's still really nice because it try as much as possible to recreate the ambient, the atmosphere, as you can see in this little lantern decoration with the trees and this kind of little alleys. As you can see, the wall is not solid. The wall have holes to let the wind and air go through. This is the ancient wisdom of architecture design. And because here it have holes, so for the privacy purpose, people put a tree in front of it, so everything is combined together, even the colors and every stuff, you know.
Yes.
So I think it's nice to have this kind of village existing that still try to recreate the ancient atmosphere. Hello, look, this is an ancient opera stage.
So for the moment, there is nothing, no event, but it's going to be nice.
It's all built in wood. Super
The design
stylish.
is nice.
The style. How the people made tofu in the past. You can see the lady put the beans in the middle, and the man is playing a role of the donkey to draw the things around. Huh? 对。对啊， 是认识你们家店嘛？对呀，因为你家店就是比较好呀。不好意思，没有打车。They say we come a lot of time. They recognize us.
We are already
Regular customer,
and they know. Perhaps they don't know that we live in the village next to here.
Yeah, really close to here. That's why we come here often.
So it's nice to live close to a touristic area because it's beautiful. You can have a nice time. Just eat a dessert and that's it. So perhaps you can speak about the rent.
The rent. For example, did you see the house of this one? This house, you wanna go out?
No.
It have 2.5 or 3 layer, and the renting price is 12,000.
12,000. So it gives you an idea. 12,000 yuan per month. How much dollar?
$2,000.
$2,000. So it's a very similar price as you can find in the West.
300 square meters or 500 square meters in total. But the thing I know is that I tried to call the phone number of the owner the other time when I tried to rent a house here, and they tell me they don't live here anymore. They're selling renting the house.
Renting the house for business.
Yeah,
and
it's more interesting to rent it rather than live it themselves if you don't want to make a business.
And what is interesting also, it's in this kind of places, if you are successful as a businessman, the renting is not necessarily stable. They can grow the renting price. As long as you can pay, they grow the rent.
In the past few years, the rent goes up, of course, because in China, housing price or renting price always goes up.
So they don't take risk.
Yeah, but I wanna mention one part. This village is a special one where there is no more villagers. Almost no villagers live here anymore. It's very business purpose in a way. 谢谢。好的。However, in some other village where there is more ancient one, there is villagers living inside. It's not so fancy, but they have really ancient architecture that is not reinforced like this one. So it's not a definite case. There is many different type of tourist village too, and perhaps one day we will show you the ancient that villagers still living in that type too.
Good. So we are here, and this is the area actually where we are. Where is our place? Something is disturbing me.
This part is not interesting, I think.
Yeah, it's interesting because we live here.
Where? No, not really.
Yes.
We don't have a fountain in the middle of our village. This is not our village. We have fountain.
Yeah, this is a project of invading our village.
Can I cry now?
Yeah. Invasion.
No, I think. Oh shit! That is really the area.
Yes, I told you.
Okay, I'm gonna go home and cry now. Ciao.
We have to ask the landlord now.
No, we don't even know it. It's probably just some idiot's dream of invasion of the tourists. Not necessarily, it's from the...
So we live close to this place, and apparently they have planned to destroy our home.
No, it's not.
It's funny.
Episode end here. I'm not going to cry. I'm just going to take a break in the toilet for 3 hours all alone. Okay, ciao.
Ciao. Hello everyone. If you like our video, please subscribe and share.
And you can also give us a few dollars through our Patreon page each month to support us make more fantastic videos. Support us and get lost in China with us.